Howdy everybody, Storm here. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos, but Stormux for the Raspberry Pi at least has changed so much that I thought it might be time to do an update on how things work. Also, I would like to extend special thanks to Chris Wright for, well, being my hands and tech man on this video, because he's actually doing all the work. I'm just talking.
Yeah. Hey, everybody.
If you haven't joined or subscribed to Chris's channel yet, be sure to do so. You can find him at youtube.com/@SA, what was it? LONN something?
Yeah, I think it should be at SLANNON. That's the quick way to find it.
There we go. I knew there were some letters in there of some sort.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess, and I'll put a link to that in the description, by the way, so you know, I'll get it right there. I can't guarantee no amount of craziness in the video itself, because I have to do that from memory, and well, I'm 50 now, so the CRS is real. But anyway, I guess we'll have Chris fire up the image, and we'll go through the setup.
And you might be able to hear some fireworks in the background. I can't control that, so...
It's like popcorn. Cool.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so I have written the latest image to a drive here, and I have it plugged into my Raspberry Pi 4. And I'm gonna... Wait a minute. Let me actually hit the button there so that it actually comes through. And now I'm going to turn on the power, and we're going to wait for it to boot. So let me see if I can do this here. It's a bit of a stretch because the way I have this set up. Reach. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm hitting the button right now. You may or may not have been able to hear that click.
I actually heard it.
Okay.
Now you realize this worked perfectly during the practice run, but now we're trying the live version, so
yeah. So it's booting, and we just have to wait. I think. I really hope so, because.
Well, yours is a Pi 4, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's not the most powerful. The Pi 5 is definitely better.
I heard the Pi 500 Plus actually has an internal SSD, and now I'm kind of wanting one even more than I did before.
It does, yeah. Okay,
it is.
It's either really slow or it's not going to work.
It's being on the slow side.
Just give it a little bit longer. I should have everything hooked up. Yeah.
Told you, worked perfect during practice run.
Yeah, of course it did. Now when you want it to actually do something, it doesn't. Oh boy.
Unless it was on and you accidentally flipped it off.
No, I think I...
Only I can pull that trick, though.
No, it happens. I mean, when we were testing this yesterday, I wrote it to the wrong drive, and didn't realize it for a while.
At least it wasn't your internal drive, though.
Oh, that would have been disastrous. That would have been really, really bad. Let me see if it's plugged in properly, because it might not be. So I have a... Oh, yeah, look at that. Another rookie mistake, but you know what? We're going to keep that in here. So the, oh crap, come on. This is, by the way, not professional. Just putting it out there. This is more of an informal demonstration, just so you know.
Oh yeah, I like to show that real people do this stuff. We're not some corporate entity that's trying to make $1 billion. I just,
Okay, yeah.
Stormux is about improving lives for people and getting more blind Linux users. So
yeah. So the mistake, of course, was not plugging it in. Just like the mistake yesterday was not having it on the right drive. So where? Oh, come on. Yeah, so I have this plugged into an it's like an NVMe reader that plugs in over USB, and I didn't have the cable plugged into the Pi, and now I can't plug the drive into the reader. What the hell? See, I thought I had all this hooked up, and I mostly did. Alright, so let's hit the power. And it should actually boot this time.
it's refreshing watching someone else struggle with this stuff instead of me. Hope you enjoy, man.
Yeah. Yeah, so now we're just waiting. It should boot up pretty quickly here, and I have a keyboard hooked up. Alright, at least yeah, I do.
If this is loud enough, press enter.
Okay.
Sounds loud enough
If
to
the
me.
starting fanfare.
Okay, I'm gonna hit enter, and then I will let him talk. So.
Hello, and welcome to Stormux. Please press enter to continue.
Okay, so that's pretty. It lets Fenrir load, and then wants you to continue, so that way you don't get a whole jumbled mess of speech and stuff. So yeah, just hit enter to proceed.
All right.
Would you like to switch Fenrir to laptop layout? Press Y for yes or N for no, followed by enter.
And since you're on a Pi 4, did you say you have a keyboard hooked up to it, like one with a numpad?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can choose either no and use the numpad, or you can choose yes and use the Pi 400's keyboard.
Well, no. This is a Raspberry Pi 4 with a USB QWERTY keyboard.
Oh, so you definitely want to hit no. No, you don't want to switch to it then.
Well, this keyboard has a numpad. So I don't know. So I know without the numpad, it's what, caps lock U, I, and O for lines.
It's the super key. You can switch it to caps lock by editing the config, but it's the super key by default.
Yeah, which is the equivalent to the Windows key. I'm gonna. Let's see. Well, the prompt was about changing it to laptop layout.
Yeah.
Let's actually do that, just because that might be what a lot of people are using. So I'm gonna hit Y.
Y.
And hit enter.
And that causes Fenrir to restart, so it can apply the change.
Will this Pi be connected to a physical screen? Press Y for yes or N for no, followed by enter.
Alright. Seems pretty self-explanatory to me. If you have a screen, you can say yes. If not, no. I'm not using a screen right now, so I'm going to hit no.
N.
Wait a minute. You still here? Sorry, I'm not.
Yep, I am. I was just trying to block out some of the background noise when I'm not talking, so that's why I got really quiet.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to choose no.
Should I38 start at boot? Press Y for yes or N for no, followed by enter.
For this one, it lets people who want it keep a command line system, and you don't really have to uninstall stuff unless you just want to. If you have no interest in running a desktop, then you would choose no here, or if you want to use Stardex to launch it instead of having it come up automatically. Stardex is included by default.
Okay, so what should I choose?
Probably Y, because most people are going to want a desktop. The support for this feature was overwhelmingly positive, so I'm assuming people are actually going to use it.
Yeah, so I'm going to hit Y.
Y.
And here we go.
Should Fenrir run in the console at boot? Press Y for yes or N for no, followed by enter.
This one is interesting because if you don't get this option if you choose no for I38 starting automatically. But since I38 will start automatically, if you want a terminal with full Fenrir support, you just press Alt-Enter and you'll get it, and you can run as many as you want.
So this one's probably not strictly necessary unless you want to change terminals. Whoa! Okay, that was loud.
That was a big one.
Yeah. So I guess I'll choose yes.
Well, go ahead and choose no, and that way we can show off the... I mean, we could do it either way, but since you're on a Pi 400, or 4, I mean, all the processing power that you can send applications is a good thing, and you really won't need console Fenrir, so you can say no here.
N.
Okay, so I'll just type the letter N and hit enter.
/dev/sta2 is only 7 gigs, which means it probably needs to be resized. Would you like to do this now? Press Y for yes or N for no, followed by enter.
I always recommend yes for this one.
Yeah, I would highly recommend, because it will resize the partitions on your drive to use all the space on your drive, which is usually what you want. I'm using a 256 gig SSD, so yeah, I'm gonna hit
Y.
Y.
Resizing the file system. This may take a few minutes. Resize complete. Updating the clock to prevent certificate errors. Current date and time. Sat June 27/12/0000 MUDC 2026. If your Pi does not have a CMOS battery and is powered off regularly, it may take a while for the time to be set correctly after boot. Stormux provides a service to sync the time after internet connection is established. Would you like the time to sync as soon as the Pi connects to the internet?
I need to fix some of those line breaks.
Yeah,
This may take a while.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit Y.
Y. Okay, cancel.
Okay. Now, this is where things get a little weird, because I think there's some kind of prompt, but it didn't read it automatically.
I think this might be something I copied over from the existing... I need to take it and switch it from dialogue to being an actual read statement.
Yeah.
So that'll be in the next image.
Yeah, so if I hold down the super key, or the Windows key, and hit U for previous line...
-NZNZ-chat plus universal plus 90 US.
Oh, okay, it wants the time.
UDC plus.
Oh, that's right. So that has to be dialogue.
Time zone. You can use first letter navigation here. So I'm going to hit A.
Africa, America, Antarctic, America.
And then down arrow to America, because that's the region.
Please select a city near you. Use up and down arrow or page dash up and page dash down to navigate the list. Encourage.
Alright, now I hit the control key to make it stop talking. I'm going to go down to Chicago, because that's for Central Time. If you're in Eastern, I think it's New York. I forget the rest of them. So I'm going to hit the letter C.
Dash Bahia Bandras Bar Campo Grande.
And then if I down it, well, actually, let me hit C again.
Cancun plus Caracas, Catamarca, Cayenne, Cayman plus Chicago plus 19.
Yep, so that's what we want.
Installing configure Stormux. Initial setup is complete. The default passwords are Stormux for the Stormux user and root for the root user. It is highly recommended to change them. to change the password for Stormux, run. Pasp to change the password for root, run. Sudo pasp for more configuration options, run configure-Stormux, or you may configure your system manually. Thank you for choosing Stormux. Press enter to continue.
Okay.
When you hit enter, it should launch I38. And when it does, it uses the screen lock by default. So when it comes up, it will be in locked mode. But it will also show the I38 help because this is the first time I38 has been launched. And currently, Cthulhu still tries to read the web page even though the screen is locked. You'll have to enter in the password, which is, of course, Stormux. And it may say things like no more separators, no more headings, stuff like that. Well, no more tables. I am trying to fix this. I haven't been successful so far, but I have another idea. So this may be fixed in the next image, but for now, or with the next release of Cthulhu. But for now, just keep that in mind. If you go into a locked screen and a web page has focus, it may try to do web elements while you're doing your password. Just ignore them and type like normal.
All right, so I'm gonna hit enter.
Starting I38.
And it should.
Cthulhu welcomes you. Welcome to I38-Brave Frame. Document web.
Yeah, okay, now it doesn't tell me that I'm in the password box, which I think there should be some way to do that, because it doesn't tell you, and you have, unless you know it's there, it might trip you up. So I don't know if there's a way to fix that.
Definitely, and I am working on it. It's just things being what they are.
So I'm going to type in Stormux, STORMUX.
STOR star M star U star X star. No more checkboxes.
Yeah, it does things like that.
Return. Verifying. Authenticated.
Okay, now.
Welcome to I38 document web. Finished loading. Welcome to I38. Welcome to I38-accessible i3 window manager. Heading level 1. Left
I'm
control.
hit the control key to make it stop.
Okay, so in here, if you've used I38 before, it's kind of got a default layout. Thunar is the file manager. There are not really many files on the system currently, so that's of limited use at this moment. But if you wanted to show that off, that's rat poison mode, which is Alt Escape by default.
Yeah, so I'm going to hit Alt Escape.
Left escape.
And then F for file manager.
Yep.
F. No more form fields.
And I think it loaded. It didn't tell me, but...
Yeah, but you did hear the window open, so it's loaded.
So now I can, let's see if I down arrow.
Table with 10 rows, 4 columns. Desktop. Folder. 06/20. Documents.
If I down arrow
Folder.
again.
Downloads. Git. Music. Pictures. Left control.
And it does lag a little bit, but that's my computer. The Pi 4 is not very good.
And then we have a text editor by default, in case you want to take little notes or make, text documents or whatever. And that would be rat poison. Well, you might want to close the file manager because
Left alt. Welcome to F4. Left control. Welcome to I38 page
I'm going to
tab.
close the help file too, just because.
Welcome to left control.
Let me just hit Alt F4.
Left alt F4.
There we go. Now there's nothing.
Yep, so Alt F4 does close things. That's pretty familiar. Alt F2 will open a run dialog that does have completion and search and all that sort of cool stuff. But the text editor would be rat poison mode followed by E for editor.
Alright, so I'm going to do that.
Left alt escape.
Yep, and then E.
E. Untitled 1-mousepad frame. Text.
And there's your text.
I went with mousepad because for some reason I got curious about it and took a look at it, and it's actually very feature packed and very light on resources. I was using either LeafPad or Pluma, but I think this is actually even lighter than LeafPad, maybe, and definitely has a ton of features. If you explore the menus, there's lots of things you can do with documents.
All right. Let's see. What else can we show off?
One final thing that I absolutely wanted to show was when you were in the file manager, you saw a folder called Git.
Oh, yeah.
If you will open up a terminal with Alt-Enter.
All right, let me close this
Left
out.
Alt, F4.
And I'm going to hold down Alt and hit Enter.
Stormux at Stormux $.
And there's Fender. And you can use it, I think, since it's a -X version, it's running the PTY terminal, so you may be in desktop mode for it, but I can't remember if the settings carry over, and I think they might, actually. Try line navigation and see what happens.
Let's see. Let's try numpad 7. Yeah, I think it's using the laptop layout, so...
Yeah, okay, cool.
Stormux at Stormux $.
Yeah, so I hold down super and hit U for previous line, O for next, I for current. I think JKL is for words, and what is it, comma, M, and period for
yeah.
characters.
Yep.
Okay, so that does work.
And I think you are the first person that I know of who's tested that, so congratulations.
Okay, well, this does work, and yeah, definitely if you've used prior versions of this is a lot better. It starts up better. I don't think it's quite as confusing. So I guess I'm going to go into the Git folder with the terminal. So I'm going to type
CD
Git
GIT Stormux at Stormux $.
And if you ls in here, there should be one folder, and it's I38.
LS I38 Stormux at Stormux $.
and I think that's a capital. Let me see.
I38
Yeah, the folder is capital, the script is lowercase.
Yeah.
space
I was trying to read it.
Stormux I38 space
Why I can't read by character?
I30 LS I38
I can read by words, but not character.
space
Ooh, is character broken in laptop mode?
It looks like it might be.
I never test laptop mode, so I need someone who's actually a constant user to do this and yell at me when stuff breaks.
Yeah, so if I go in here
CD I
and I'm gonna hit tab.
38 / Stormux at Stormux I38
And here, if you do not like the defaults that I set up, because there's now an i38.sh-d for default settings. If you do not like the default settings, you can install the programs you like, remove the ones you don't like, and then run the setup again, and it will take you through the entire setup, and you can choose the stuff you like, and it will save your preferences.
Yep. And if you want to update it, you can do a git pull. If I type GIT space PULL.
PULL already up to date. Stormux at Stormux I38
And
Excellent. But there are some changes coming because I'm working on rewriting the main help file. I posted about that on the Stormux email list earlier today. There's a temporary copy up, so if you're watching this within a day or two of it being posted, go check out the email list and give me your feedback on the new help page. I think it's a lot better. It doesn't do as much mate and gnome comparison. It just teaches you how to use I38.
Let's see. Should I run the script or?
Well, you don't really have much options other than the stuff that's installed currently. You can change the rat poison mode key and the personal mode key and all that sort of stuff. But as far as like, there won't be many program options because there's only one, so it picks the default. But if you wanted to run it, you certainly can.
Yeah, and this is also how you would update it too. So if there's a new version, you would pull it and then run
/I
and then I'll just hit tab.
38.sh. Use the arrow keys to find the option you want and enter to select it. I38 rat poison mode key. Control plus T, Control plus Z,
And
Control
it
plus
can't
Escape,
say-
Alt plus Escape, Control plus Space, Super Left plus 85, OK, cancel.
Yeah, it can't say rat poison. I'm not quite sure why. So I could choose one.
Control plus Z, Control plus Escape.
Like maybe I like Control Escape.
I3 mod key for top level bindings. Alt plus 50.
And you have all these prompts, so I can just up and down arrow.
Dash Super 100.
That's the only other option. Let's go with Alt.
Alt plus. Do you want to use multiple keyboard layouts? Yes, no.
I do not. I'm just gonna hit the letter N, and I don't think I have to hit Enter here. This is a little confusing because there's times when you do have to hit Enter on yes, no questions, and times when you don't. I'm not entirely sure why.
How much should pressing the volume keys change the volume question? 5, 6.
This is another question about the volume. You can change it
5, 4.
by going with your up and down keys.
3, 2, 1.
So I can go 1 to
4, 7, 11, 13, 14,
whoa, quite. Oh,
14, 15,
I guess 1 to 15%.
9, 10.
Let's do 10.
How large should I38 window title text be? 12.
This is visual, so if you're low vision, you might find that useful. Of course, I'm not showing any video in here, so yeah, oops.
Yeah, this one people will miss out on with low vision, but if you install it, hopefully, I can't verify this because I can't see the screen, but according to the documentation that I looked at when implementing this, the titles and stuff should be bigger.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go with the default and hit Enter to continue.
Use the arrow keys to find the option you want and enter to select it. Screen reader Cthulhu plus 50 OK, cancel.
So if I down arrow,
Dash none 1. Cthulhu plus 50.
this only comes with Cthulhu now, so if you want Orca, you have to manually install it, or you can set it to none. But I don't recommend that unless you can see something. So I'm gonna hit
Dash none. Cthulhu.
we'll do
File
this.
browser. Kmenfm. Dash tuner 100. Kmenfm plus 50.
And this is a little unclear. I think there's 2 different choices in here.
PC Man FM, which it says is
Yeah.
and then Thunar, which is the default.
Dash tuner 100.
Which I'll just go with this one.
Do you want to use a braille display with Cthulhu? Yes, no.
This is really up to you. If you have a braille display, I guess you can, but I don't. Well, I don't use one that much. I'm just gonna hit no.
Do you want window event sounds?
I would recommend this. This will play those the sound cues when windows open and close.
Use the arrow keys to choose the screen lock I38 should configure. Screen lock method. Dash pin I38 pin privacy screen none do not configure screen lock 100 OK cancel. Pin I38 lock secure PAM locker plus 66.
Yeah, so you can either choose a pin or I38 lock, which I think I38 lock uses your user password.
It does. It's a fork of i3 lock, which is an actual security conscious locker. So if you have your laptop out on college campus, or you use like internet cafes or whatever, that's the one you probably want, and that's the one we default to. So because people don't like the idea of the desktop starting without some sort of security thing in place, so that's what we added.
Yes, let me.
I38 lock the screen automatically when I38 starts. If your screen reader or display setup fails, you may need to unlock without feedback. Yes, no.
This is a personal choice thing. If you want it to lock right after it boots, you type yes, like this.
Use the arrow
Why?
keys to choose how long I38 should wait before locking the screen automatically. Auto lock screen after. Never 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Never.
Right, you have choices here.
3 minutes. 5 minutes. 10 minutes. 30 minutes. Dash 1 hour 100.
Okay, you can go all the way up to an hour, or have it never do it.
10 minutes. 5 3 minutes.
Let's do 3 minutes. Or actually,
Never plus 3 minutes.
yeah, why not?
Save this configuration for future runs. Yes, no.
If you want to save it, you can. If you don't, and you want to go through these questions again, choose no. If you want to save it, you hit Y.
Configuration saved to /home/stormux/git /i38/i38 preferences.conf. You can edit this file manually or delete it to reconfigure from scratch. Okay.
So I'm gonna hit enter.
This will replace your existing configuration at /home/stormux/.config/i3. Do you want to continue? Yes, no.
Whoa, that was loud. Yeah, so now we've gotten to the stage where the questions have been completed, and now it's actually gonna install itself and put the changes in place. I'm hit Y.
Moving scripts into place and writing config. Sending incremental file list ai.py announce workspace.sh battery alert.sh battery status.sh bind to scratchpad.sh bookmarks.sh desktop.
Can I? Okay.
You. Oh.
What? Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. Sorry.
Stormux at store.
So if you read the console, yeah, I'm back at the console.
Stormux at Stormux I38.
And you have to reload this, I'm pretty sure, and I forget how you do it because I usually just do a reboot.
If you set a different setup from the normal pin lock thing, like if you change how often the screen should lock itself, then yeah, probably rebooting is the best way. But for simple changes, it is rat poison mode, which is alt escape.
Yeah, so if I see, do I have to close this terminal? Wait.
No.
Oh,
I mean, you can, but you don't have to. And then Control Shift semicolon.
Control Shift semicolon.
I3 restarted.
And I guess that's it.
There you go. And Stormux is so wildly popular that they were celebrating the completion of I38 setup with fireworks. Wasn't that cool?
Yeah, that is pretty cool. So I guess that's it, unless you want to show off something else.
I think that's enough to get people started with. There's not really a whole lot on the system now because it's brand new, so It is your canvas. You can make of it whatever you want, but for right now, it's kind of blank.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm going to turn this off. Let's do Control-Alt-Tab for the, I think it's the panel thing.
Panel. Yep.
And then P for power.
Mm-hmm.
I38 frame. Power off. Shut down the system.
That's what I
Tree
want.
level return. I38
And
frame.
enter.
Yes,
And
return.
yes. And now it's turning itself off. So that's pretty much it for getting started with the new the new June 2026 installer.
Yep, and there's more great stuff coming. I need more time. I need more time. But yes, there's a few rough edges, but considering that I did this in about a week's time, it's not too bad.
No, it's not bad at all. Alright, let me turn off my mixer. That way I don't forget about it later. Okay.
Thanks so much for all your help, man. I really appreciate it.
Hey. Of course, and I hope people find this stuff useful. This will be going up on both channels, correct? Or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I have a Stormux video thing that basically just shows stuff about Stormux for the pictures because you have to have something there for YouTube. So I can convert it into a video and then send it back to you if you want.
Okay, cool. I mean, I'm recording it in OBS, so I'm not sure what it's doing actually, but let's see. I guess I will stop the recording. And
Well, y'all have a good one.
yep. Let me.
Speech mode talk. Start virtual. Stop recording.
All right, I'm gonna stop the recording. You guys take care.